It's 5:45 in the morning, and Jerry wakes up to work as he has been doing for the past 42 years in a cornflakes factory. But today is his last day at work, because Jerry is retiring. Jerry has a little retirement party at his home with his son and daughter Doug and Dawn along with friend Howard and his wife. But he's a little sad, because he doesn't have anything to do from tomorrow. As they finish having dinner, they all have a surprise retirement present for Jerry. It's a small boat, and so he could go fishing and enjoy his retirement. A month passes by, and Jerry every morning goes Leon's bodega to have his coffee and play Sudoku, which he enjoyed a lot because he was a math genius. Then one day he visits his accountant Steve, who informs him that his investments have increased by a measly 2%. Jerry isn't too happy about it. Finally, Jerry decides to take out his boat, but things don't go as planned, and the boat's engine is all but damaged. Jerry heads back to Leon's bodega, where he overhears Leon explaining lotteries rolled down to a customer, because nobody got all 6 numbers. So now the jackpot of 2 million rolls down and goes to the people who got 3 or 4 or 5 numbers. Jerry gets curious and looks at the rules of playing lottery, and something makes him curious, and he does some calculations, and he finds a loophole with which he could make lots of money. Jerry heads over to his bank and withdraws $2,000 to play the lottery, goes to store and buys 2,000 lottery tickets. Jerry doesn't tell Marge about the lottery tickets. The results are announced on the television later that night. Jerry checks each of his 2,000 lottery tickets to check if his calculations were correct and if he made any money, but he made a loss of $327, and he realizes that he didn't buy enough tickets for his theory to work. Jerry once again goes to the bank, and this time he withdraws $8,000, then goes and buys 8,000 lottery tickets. And this time around, he almost doubles his money. His 8,000 becomes 15,700. Jerry can't believe that he was right about his calculations, but he still doesn't want Marge to know that he is gambling, so he hides his winnings in the popcorn jar in the pantry. Jerry loves Oreos, and he eats them all, and when Marge questions him about it, he inadvertently discloses his secret to Marge about playing lottery and winning. Marge is surprised to know Jerry's secret, and she's happy that they finally have something that they could do together and have fun. Next day they both go together to buy lottery tickets with $15,000, but Leon tells them that can only buy those particular lottery tickets from another town, which is a 10-hour drive. They decide that it would be fun to drive 10 hours in each other's company to buy lottery tickets and leave the next morning. They finally reach a small shop owned by Bill to buy their lottery tickets, and they give the guy $16,000 to buy their lottery tickets, who informs them that the machine can only print 1,000 tickets per hour, so they will have to operate the machine themselves. They spend their whole day printing lottery tickets and then go to a motel to spend the night and also tally their 8,000 lottery tickets with the results. They stay up whole night to tally all their tickets and find that they have won $21,043, and they go to the claims center to get their winnings. But they were not the only ones who had figured out this loophole. There was another student at Harvard University who was also able to spot it. On their way back home, Marge tells Jerry that wouldn't it be nice if they could share their secret with everyone in their hometown to help them make some money. Jerry agrees, because the odds of winnings improved if more people joined them in buying the lotteries. So they meet their friend Steve the accountant to set up a corporation that will enable them to sell the shares to people of their town, and they could use that money to buy more lotteries and be able to distribute the winnings with the shareholders. They set up a corporation and have an impromptu meeting in Leon's bodega with few of their potential investors and propose to sell each share for $500 and are able to raise $40,000. They again make the trip to Bill's shop, but buying lottery tickets worth $40,000 was going to take a lot longer than the working hours, so they offer to make Bill a partner in their corporation so that they could keep the store open late into the night to print all the tickets. Bill then invites his friends to become investors in the Jerry and Marge's corporation, and the number of shareholders grow. This time around they win $82,000 and double their investors' money, and all the shareholders are glad to hear that. Tyler had been running simulations on the same lottery and now invites his fellow students to join him to exploit the same loophole in the lottery system. Jerry has a lot of investors, and they decide to use a portion of their winnings to help renovate some of their town's infrastructure and also provide employment opportunities for the townsfolk. Tyler wins $50,000 and proves that he can win, and his fellow students are glad. But he bosses them around and make them fill stacks of lottery forms. Tyler's roommate informs him that there's another group like theirs, but which is bigger, who is doing the same exact thing, and which is reducing the amount of winning payouts. They hack the lottery company to find out the address of their competition, and when they reach, they see Jerry and Marge dancing in the store and mock them. Tyler then proposes that Jerry should join his group and add their capital to their pot, and he will handle all the betting, but Jerry refuses. But he shows up again next morning and threatens Jerry to quit, or he would as his buddies at the college to hack Jerry's accounts and take away all his money. Jerry is shaken by the threat and decides to quit the game and calls a meeting with the shareholders to inform them of his decision. But Leon tells Jerry's son Doug about the kid, Tyler, who threatened his father, which is the reason he's quitting to play. Doug tries to reason with his dad. He tells him that he has done so much for the community, and is he going to get pushed over just because some college smartass has threatened him. Jerry decides that he won't quit and leaves to go Bill's shop to buy the lotteries, which annoys Tyler, so he tries to outsmart Jerry. Tyler figures that the lottery rolls down when $2 million accumulate in the pot and nobody has hit the jackpot, and it takes about a month for the pot to reach $2 million. What if he could create the roll down by increasing the pot size to $2 million earlier than a month and take the whole winnings himself and squeeze Jerry out of the game? He tells his roommate that they could hack the lottery company to find out when the pot reaches $1 million and then bet $1 million in a day to start the roll down. But he would need $1 million to do that. So Tyler turns to guys at the local golf club and convinces them by showing them the numbers to make an investment of $1 million that would double in a short while. They all agree to invest $1 million in Tyler's scheme, and he gets his college buddies to buy the tickets. As Jerry and Marge reach the motel, Bill arrives and informs them that the roll down is all gone. Jerry realizes that Tyler triggered the roll down to squeeze him out of the game. Jerry gets upset and decides to go face Tyler at Harvard. Jerry then tells Tyler that he was disappointed in himself for letting a selfish kid like Tyler get to him, and then tells everyone that Tyler wasn't sharing the winnings with his college mates, and he's using them as his slaves. All of Tyler's college mates are really disappointed to know the truth and just quit his team. Jerry wonders that if Tyler was able to trigger roll down, he was actually depriving the real players of their chance to win. But why hasn't the lottery company stopped him? So Jerry visits the lottery company's headquarters, asks them to meet his two demands, or he will reveal to the world that they are deliberately allowing that flaw because it was making them money. He demands that they should disclose the size of the jackpot on their website, which would stop any group from forcing the roll down, making the lottery fair for all the players. And his second demand was that he would like to have 2 lottery machines at Bill's shop, so that he can be together with Marge. The lottery company agrees to both of the Jerry's requests. A journalist, Maya Jordan from Boston Globe, comes visiting Jerry's home to research about an article she was writing about lotteries. Jerry shows her all the tickets and informs her how he and Marge spent 11 days every month counting tickets in a motel room and then shared the winnings. The journalist goes back to her office and publishes an article about Jerry and Tyler, who have discovered a flaw in the lottery and making millions. The article makes headline and is all over the news, forcing the lottery company to phase out their lottery after one final drawing. Steve comes to Jerry's place to inform him that the shareholders have called a meeting tonight and that he should come. Jerry and Marge come to the meeting, only to find that they are invited to a surprise party. Not only that, But they also inform him that they hired a bus and everybody went across the state to buy the lottery tickets for the final draw, in which their corporation makes $27 million.